Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Miyogi, and welcome to 2026. And something that I did not expect to start the year off with is jumping back to the Crew Motorfest. Yeah, of all the things, Miyogi, it's already 2026. You are still not done with the playlist that was launched last 2025. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I had a life. I had work. I had animations to do. Speaking of animations, albeit you may tag it as AS Love if you haven't checked it out yet, be sure to check it out on my channel, the Import Tuner Challenge Finale, which had some of my unique story takes on how the plot foretold as presented and produced by AI. Alright, I'm not gonna delve deeper into that because that is one can of worms I do not want to talk about here, because we are here to talk about something else here in the Crew Motorfest. As you can see right now with my avatar, I am using a very particular machine. Because if you have not guessed it, and I know it's gonna be a month or two away from now, but it is actually the year of the horse. So you know what that means. No, we are not playing that yet. We're doing this first, because if we go through the playlist here on the side, the one that we need to tackle here is the Ferrari Supercars playlist. If we are going to start the year aligned to the year of the horse, we're gonna start things right. We need to go through this. So it's a tribute to Ferrari's legendary racing horse, or prancing horse. Excellence, elegance, passion for beauty, power, and engineering mastery are just a few words to describe what this experience is about. You'll drive fast and you'll drive with style, endowed with almost 80 years of car excellence. Settle for nothing less than perfection and draw the red line. Wait, we just gotta wait for the dialogue to pan down. It would be hosted by the Motorfest archivist and special guest Michelle Pignati Morano, the director of Ferrari Museums. If you've actually done your Google research like I did, the Ferrari Museum is actually at Modena, Italy. Miyogi, we are in Hawaii. Is there like an Italian expansion? Well, no, particularly not. What we're going to do is that the game...
playlist is ready to try. Let's go try it.
The game decides to bring the museum to us instead of us going to said museum. And we're gonna come in there brand-centric.
Today is a red letter day. You're signing up for one of our most exclusive experiences to date. A partnership with the quintessential sports car manufacturer, Ferrari, the prancing horse. An alliance that will for sure go down in Motorfest history. To be your guide on this pilgrimage through excellence, we've invited our resident scholar and authority on luxury cars, the Motorfest archivist. Sir, you're up.
Thank you, dear. Hello, driver. Pleased to meet you. As your lovely onboard assistance device just mentioned, I'll be your chaperone for this playlist. Although chaperone perhaps isn't the right word. More like a host, I believe.
Okay,
well, this is not my usual job, but it is Ferrari we're talking about, so, well, how could I refuse?
That was an unnecessary
so many things I'd like to say. So many things I dug out from my archives. But first things first, let's get you to Maui's brand new Ferrari museum.
Anything else? Can I talk now? I take that as a yes. Oh, look at the rumbling of the exhaust right there. You can see the attention to detail that they have done here. It's been like a couple of years ever since Motorfest came out, and I am still entranced by such quality and detail that they have done.
There you are. Look at this place. Let's drive to the main building. I believe the director of the Ferrari Museums has a few words to say.
Oh, you mean the... Oh, you mean this. What are the Ferraris doing, though?
My name is Michele Pignatti Morano. I am the director of the Ferrari Museums. Here we are where there is the birthhouse of Enzo Ferrari. Each Ferrari is different. Each Ferrari was the best in the world in design, performance, technology, putting all the best in one single car. Ferrari is a legend. It's just exceptionally full of excellence.
That was one of the longest introductions we've ever had for a playlist.
This is Ferrari Supercars, a partnership with the Enzo Ferrari Museum of Modena.
So there's like around 8 events in total, with 4 unlockable feats, 5 photo ops, and of course the fast travel. You can't have a playlist waypoint without a fast travel once you've unlocked it.
Another activity awaits.
Well, I'm wet. Let's go explore
There's a particular kind of
Ferrari.
Ferrari we're going to speak a lot about today. The Ferrari Supercars. The car you're about to drive in this opening event is none other than the first Ferrari in the supercar bloodline, the Ferrari GTO.
Ooh. The 250 GTO? Or is it a 288 GTO? Or just the GTO in general? I'm pretty sure that's 3 different Ferraris that I've actually name dropped. But okay, so the first event is Gran Turismo Omologato. Am I in the maximum difficulty? I am.
The first supercars that we can define is the GTO. GTO was very simple. If we just start from the name, it was Gran Turismo Omologato. The definition of supercars is very simple. It's the top expression of that period in design, performance, technology, putting all the best in one single car of that period. People call it the 288 GTO, but that is not the correct definition. The definition for that car is the GTO. Punto.
The best Ferrari that has ever built is the next. La migliore Ferrari sia mai stata costruita. I was reading, game! Oh, one make race. Oh, cool! We got the original tachometer of the GTO. Oh my god, we got a clean driving gauge.
To Ferrari, supercar is a term that refers to milestones in motoring history. All supercars are limited series and the product of Enzo Ferrari's philosophy, aiming to make every new model the best car of its time. That means that every new addition to the lineage is the embodiment of leading-edge research that sets the standard for cars worldwide. You'll drive all the Ferrari supercars on this adventure, but for now, just enjoy the collector's piece that is the Gran Turismo Omologato, or like Mr. Pignati Morano said, simply GTO.
I remember my first experience in virtual racing with the Ferrari GTO, and it was with Gran Turismo 6, I believe, or was it
This car
5?
is, in essence, a special version of another iconic Ferrari, the 308 GTS. And, as intended, it is one of the fastest street-legal production cars of its time. Interesting fact from my archives. Three-time racing world champion Niki Lauda owned one of the few GTOs produced. A gift from Enzo Ferrari himself.
That's coming out of my paycheck, right? Such a very planted car to drive.
Beautiful sight. Takes me back to the legacy tour Ferrari organized back in 2024. A GTO tribute tour set in the stunning surroundings of the Italian Dolomites. Organized exactly 40 years after Ferrari introduced the supercar at the 1984 Geneva Motor Show. But enough from me. Just listen to the car you're driving. She'll tell you her story herself.
Yeah, if the guy behind me does not stop hitting me, I would be listening.
Welcome to the world of Ferrari, my young friend. A world where legends live among us to tell their stories loud and clear.
As much as I want to beat Arya there, I'm actually happy with podium. I never thought the day would come that we would be learning in a video game, in a racing game, mind you.
I was delighted with that introduction. You may now head towards the northern part of the bay to make the acquaintance of the next two supercars in our Ferrari lineup.
2?
You heard me right. The next event will feature not one, but two cars for you to drive. On one hand, the inspired and inspiring Ferrari F40. And on the other hand, nothing less than a road-legal Formula One, the Ferrari F50.
Oh! The two generations of my childhood, will they go neck and neck?
You're here. Mr. Pignati Morano will start with a few words, then I'll take over.
If I get to pick between the two, I'd be damn well... Multi-vehicle. Oh! One after the other, maybe? Generazione F. Okay. Oh! I am forced to choose. God damn it! I thought it was one or the other, so I have to face. I pick one and I face the other. So we got the Ferrari F40 and the Ferrari F50. Both beautifully made Ferraris in the 1990s. I think. Late 80s, early 90s. F40 was what I grew up with, or was like the era that I was born in. But the F50 was the one that I grew up with. And backtracking to the times that I had my first taste in Ferraris and video games, this was back in Need for Speed 2. Not Special Edition 2. The first release. Not the deluxe edition, not the special edition that we got, which is the only available one to download. Now if we want a nostalgia trip, I've always loved its unique original soundtrack whenever I take it to the Outbacks. And it felt very attached, felt very exclusive to it. So we're gonna go with this. The F40 has been around in the game for quite a while, including the Crew 2. So we're gonna change it up a notch. Oh, god damn it! Now, where were we? Right, Ferrari F50.
The Ferrari F50, a bridge between road and racetrack.
The F50 is a car that is made to celebrate the 50 years of the company. It's a car which is basically very much taking the technology of Formula One to the road. It's basically a Formula One with covered wheels. You look at the shape, you look at the front, you can really see the shape of the musetto of a Formula One, and the emotion of driving it is just incredible.
You can't describe passion, you can only live it. Non si può descrivere la passione. Cut! Game! Can I at least read it both in Italian and in English, please? Don't do this to me at the start of the year. Come on! Oh my god, this gauge! Beautiful!
Let me tell you more about the Ferrari F50. Often thought of together, the F40 and F50 are yet very different cars, each one fascinating in its own individual way. It's true they bear some similar design elements and, of course, a naming convention. F for Ferrari and 50 for the prancing horse's 50th birthday, just like the F40 a decade earlier. But the similarities stop right there, because these two siblings are defiantly individual.
Yeah, when you mention defiant, it's not letting me pass through cleanly. Dario?
The F50 is a mechanical symphonia. No turbocharged V8 here. The F50's core is a normally aspirated V12 that came straight from a Formula One. Then there's the bodywork. Composite materials, like the monocoque carbon fiber chassis shaped to aerodynamic perfection. Again, all coming from the racing world. An extreme machine. Bold, innovative, intimidating. And that sound. It was impressive back then, and it still is today.
I know, right?
The car's voice sounds even better from inside.
Sorry, he had me in.
I could ramble on about this car forever, but I'll let it speak for itself now.
He picked my interest. I had to go in car view. Oh, the gutter run. Yes, thank you. I'm letting it stay in car view until the end of the race, okay? This is a different kind of euphoria, even within a video game.
This was the F50, a sports car that screams performance and racing spirit with every fiber of its being.
I'm pretty sure there is a bio documentary for the F40, but you know what? Let's actually see the F40.
The Ferrari F40. Enzo Ferrari's ultimate vision.
Everybody recognizes the F40. It sparks a memory. It has some magic. I see it in the museum. When people walk into a museum and see an F40, you really see the emotion in the eyes. The F40 stands out immediately. The F40 is such a beautiful masterpiece, and we still had Enzo Ferrari giving his input on that car. And I think that is extremely important. That makes this car even more precious. It was a relationship between the driver and the car, and that made it unique.
I want to build a car that's faster than all of Vuelo considerue onato decisa de quello veloce di Chunne. I tried! Oh yeah, fun fact. I really once thought those lights at the bottom of the F40, not the pop-ups, were the actual headlights. Boy, was I wrong.
The Ferrari F40, second vehicle of the manufacturer to earn the prestigious supercar status, and a car that has shaken the motorsports industry to its core.
I love the attack of the F50 more, honestly.
Timed to celebrate Ferrari's 40th anniversary, this Ferrari, bearing the apropos designation F40, was the last Ferrari automobile personally approved by Enzo Ferrari and made under the supervision of the Commendatore himself.
And the F50 wasn't?
The result is an aggressive car with animalistic behavior and a stripped-down interior befitting its obvious racing heritage. Brutal and uncompromising. A car that has since become the epitome of Ferrari's brand identity. A car that still is in the heart of many, the greatest sports car ever made. And again, at the time, the fastest Ferrari ever created.
It's like every...
This is a machine that has a mind of her own. Talk to her, listen to her, find your common ground, and you'll get one of the best driving experiences of your life.
Between the F40 and the F50, it's a very close tie between the two. I just can't decide. But if we're gonna go for visual aesthetic looks, I would go for the F50. But the F40 is superior in every way, performance-wise. Thanks for catching my fall, Dario.
like you two had a deep conversation out there. Very well. This is how you make history.
Yeah, the conversation went simply, are you gonna let Dario have his way? But anyway, we've covered both vehicles. And both are relatively beautiful in its own right, in its own era. But by a small margin, I would go with the F50 on looks alone. Okay, this may be me overemphasizing things, but the soundtrack that is playing every time we go through these playlist races really felt like Uma Musume. I'm not sorry.
I believe that you're now expected at the Hanauma racetrack. But first, let's get there with panache. Another special car is waiting for you. You've tried two of the 20th century's most popular Ferraris. But when it comes to beloved machines from the 80s and 90s, there's another red horse that undoubtedly comes to mind. The unmistakable pop culture icon, the Ferrari Testarossa.
Ah, the calmest among the Ferraris. Power-wise, at least. And what got me into that one was none other than our very beloved Outrun. That was my first taste of the Testarossa.
When you ask people which is one of the most iconic cars that people remember, I think the Testarossa is definitely among these cars here. The technology that is inside, easily distinguishable from the side which has the fins. It is one of those cars that everybody remembers. Testarossa is very simple. Translated from Italian is testa, head, rossa, red. So the red head.
The fact is I don't drive just to get from A to B. I enjoy the feeling the car's reactions becoming part of it. I am not reading that in Italian. But I think this is the Pininfarina facelift? The Testarossa that I was sharing to you guys earlier before we went to the cutscene was me talking about the first generation Testarossa. This, I believe, this is the second one. But I'm glad here in...
was quite the celebrity in her time. Movies, TV shows, magazines, and even video games, the Testarossa was everywhere, appealing to kids and adults alike. With its angular design, minimalistic lines, and signature side air intakes, this car was a poster child for aerodynamics.
Oh, I didn't see you there, Clean Driving Gauge.
To be precise, the exact model Motorfest has put in your hands is the 1991 re-engineered version of the Testarossa, introduced as the 512 TR. Featuring a redesigned interior and a refined exterior to improve its already spectacular lines.
I'm glad they pointed that out, so that those who know Testarossa but only know one of the two is at least now educated to know that there were two kinds of famous Testarossas.
It looks like you're getting the perfect stretches of road between Maui and Oahu to take the whole measure of it.
I didn't mean to do that. So I can go either or, but I would still end up on the same checkpoint. Home stretch. 360 in base. Wow.
This was quite a breath of fresh air. And nostalgia.
But I still prefer the first generation Testarossa though. And I had Wangad Midnight to blame for that. You know when they did a Koenig 512 TR? Don't ask what I did with this SF90 Stradale.
You're here. It's time for you to get a real taste of Ferrari's racing DNA. The drive that gave birth to the supercar bloodline. And for this racing-themed experience, I went again through my archives to select not just one, but two vehicles for you to drive.
Another?
One after the other. Two machines from two different eras, for two different racing experiences.
So I have to pick both again, like last time. Racing DNA, here we go. So which two Ferraris are we gonna get? One is gonna be easy, one is gonna be hard.
Scuderia Ferrari in our history is extremely important. Scuderia Ferrari was created in 1929, not far away from here. Enzo Ferrari himself was a driver. He started as a driver. So he created, and to stimulate the drivers, he was giving them and putting them in the best condition with the best car possible. Scuderia Ferrari was so successful. Enzo Ferrari has conquered the world from Maranello. This is an achievement which is unique and really makes the brand unique.
Racing is a great mania to which one must sacrifice everything without reticence, without hesitation. Oh! Okay, so are you telling me I have to go through one era and then the other? Thank God. We meet again, Dario.
What started it all. To understand what fuels the creation of every Ferrari ever made, especially the supercars, the racetrack is an indispensable stop. Racing cars were Enzo Ferrari's passion and obsession. This is what led him to found the Scuderia in 1929, which has played a major role in racing history.
Are we not gonna know what Scuderia means in English?
And born from this racing division, Ferrari as a brand and factory of excellence was created a few years later. Racing is what led Ferrari to create cars, and eventually supercars. Without his racing spirit and passion, there would be no Ferraris as we know them.
Etiquette to Francesco. Get out, Dario. You've been a thorn in my side.
The Ferrari 365 GTB4 is the perfect vehicle for you to experience Ferrari racing as it felt back in the 70s, before switching for a car about 45 years its junior.
70s plus 45. 8, 9, 10, 11. 2011? Oh god, the FXXK, really?
Second lap, you'll be driving the FXXK.
God, look at that tack though! By the way, both are in racing class in case you forgot. So imagine the 365.
This car is quite peculiar. Essentially a laboratory-enhanced version of La Ferrari, a supercar you'll get to meet later on.
Anyway, what was I
It
saying?
didn't compete per se, but this insanely powerful car was used for years as an R&D test car, allowing Ferrari to collect precious data to ultimately improve their next official racing cars, as well as the supercars.
What was he saying? Imagine the 360.
Ferrari's so extreme that it can
God damn
never
it.
be driven on the road, nor qualify for any kind of official competition. But it's still a racing machine through and through. More than a car, the FXXK is an experiment for its makers and an experience for its drivers.
Anyway, I said imagine the FXXK fighting against the 365. And the 365 gets to keep up. That's crazy. So I didn't know this never went to any racing events of its own. It's just the prototype, an experimental
This was a peek at
concept.
Ferrari's glorious racetrack heritage. A heritage in which supercars are inextricably tied up.
The FXXK was the biggest surprise, I would at least say. Yeah, that's right, crash out, Dario! Why am I the FXXK? You know what, don't answer. 16 I'm not gonna... Ain't nobody got time for that!
Marvelous race driver. A moment I'll be thrilled to relate and store in my archives. Now, let's get our focus back to our supercar lineup. With the GTO, the F40, and the F50, we've covered all the Ferrari supercars born in the 20th century. We'll now get to talk about and drive the more recent 21st century supercars. Well, I'll talk, you'll drive. Let's get back to Maui.
Alright, are you gonna see anything else? We're 5 kilometers left into this travel. Oh, look how faithfully they recreated the gauge in that last race. This is beautiful.
The next entry in our lineup and first supercar of the 2000s is a direct tribute to the Commendatore Enzo Ferrari. You guessed it. We're letting you get your hands on the 2002 Ferrari Enzo.
Ooh. The progenitor of the LaFerrari.
And again, starting with a few words from our guest, Michele Pignati Marano.
Celebrating Enzo. Oh god, I love this part of the map.
What was the next name? The name was Enzo. Enzo Ferrari, I mean, it's the top of the names. You couldn't do anything better than that. If we look at it today, and you think it was presented in 2002, it is still a car which is modern, and it has more than 20 years, but it's still unique. it's still, everybody wants this car. There is no main evolution. It is all evolution. It's technological, it's design, it's the horsepowers we put in, everything, and that's what makes Edge Ferrari super.
I didn't see the subtitles there. I am the one who dreamt to be Ferrari. What is this? Is he the Italian version of Setsuna FC? Setsuna, I am Gundam. Enzo Ferrari, I am Ferrari.
The Ferrari Enzo, fourth in the supercar bloodline, was just like her sisters before her, born from a strong desire to push supercars even further. As the first Ferrari of the century, and with a Scuderia on top of the racing world, the Enzo was meant to strike hard and set new standards for Ferrari cars, or rather, for the whole sports car industry. With the will to design, once more, nothing less than a road-legal Formula One, faster on the track but more civilized on the road, Ferrari went all out. And my word, did they deliver.
Speaking of all out, look what Monica and Tony did just now.
The uncompromising design by Pininfarina, featuring noticeable air intakes and an F1-inspired nose, gives this car her aggressive, decisive, and impressive looks, while the engine is nothing short of engineering mastery, as you'd expect. Add to that better handling, better carbon brakes, and electronics that make the car as reliable on an everyday drive as it is savage on the racetrack. The latest 21st century tech, alongside the legendary Ferrari Fury. Nothing short of a new performance benchmark. Her name alone shows how confident Ferrari was about this car.
Give me a second here, guys. Okay, going back to Uma Musume. I mean Ferrari.
Owning one of the 399 plus one Ferrari Enzos in existence is like owning a piece of car history. Or, dare I say, like owning a piece of art.
Are you not gonna say like owning a piece of Enzo Ferrari himself? Oh no, wait, that sounds morbid. Ow. No! I didn't mean to! That was not what I wanted to do! Damn it! I didn't mean to flashback! No! That's a perfect time, 3 minutes 26. What the heck? Okay, weird. Bro went blood silent after my defeat. That's why he didn't want to repeat himself ever again.
Owning one of the 399 plus one Ferrari Enzos in existence is like owning a piece of car history. Or, dare I say, like owning a piece of art. heritage, luxury, and exclusivity. This is Enzo Ferrari's legacy.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I'm gonna get you back, Dario. I was just not focused.
After the beautiful tribute that was the Ferrari Enzo, the world had to wait more than 10 years to encounter a new Ferrari supercar. But eventually, the next generation arrived, and once again, caught everybody off guard.
Okay, which one would this be?
Talking about a car named La Ferrari, the Ferrari in English, which is currently waiting for you north of Maui. I'll let you drive there. Then we'll talk some more.
You thought I was gonna hit that limo, wasn't I? Alright, La Ferrari. Hopefully this is a time attack. If I see Dario one more time, oh my god, the light show.
La Ferrari is the first Ferrari we have with an hybrid engine. If you come to our museum and you have the possibility of comparing and seeing the La Ferrari engine next to La Ferrari car, you won't believe that that engine is in that car. In that period, we were taking a lot of technology also from Formula One. And that's what the Ferrari is. La Ferrari is the first car, the first hybrid car, because we were taking the Formula One experience and transforming it and taking it to the road.
The future is always in the hands of those who know how to preempt it. I'm surprised it never mentioned about the hiker system. Which, by the way guys, at the time of recording this video, the LaFerrari banner in Racing Master is still up.
There it is. It's 2013, and a new supercar emerges from the Maranello factory. In an era of astonishingly intense competition, Ferrari still treated their rivals to a true tour de force, a car that reshuffled the cards yet again. The strongest naturally aspirated Ferrari V12 to date, marking Ferrari's first steps into hybrid technology. For the first time in the company's history, petrol and electric working together full-time to deliver unprecedented levels of performance. And on top of all that, LaFerrari sports an F1 kinetic energy recovery system that constantly recaptures waste energy, stores it, and converts it into bursts of power when needed.
Come on, say the thing! Say it! I'm waiting!
With LaFerrari, some lucky people got to witness technology peak improvements at both ends of the spectrum. Higher performance, lower consumption. Glorious achievement.
Oh, come on, am I the one saying hikers? Oof. The biggest oof, I'm sorry. Oh, god damn it, Dario!
But also the fastest and most exhilarating road car ever made by the prancing horse, La Ferrari.
God damn it, Dario with the clutch! I'm gonna end your win streak like how Rice Shower ended Bourbons and McQueen's. Ain't nobody got time for that travel.
This was La Ferrari, the fifth and ultimate Ferrari supercar. Or is she? See, not so long ago, we would have called it a day on this playlist, right about here. After all, La Ferrari was the last supercar ever made, the final word in Ferrari supercars. But that's not true anymore.
Are we not gonna talk about the SF90 Stradale? No? Okay. The prancing horse, the F80.
What makes Ferrari so unique? It is mainly the people. The people make the difference, and as Enzo Ferrari used to say, factories are made of wall, machinery, and people. Ferrari is made of people mainly. The people and the sense of belonging to Ferrari is something I think that is difficult to find in other companies, in other places. Our brand is the only brand that has such a strong passion. Thanks to the passion that is in the brand, the technology, the effort that the people put behind this brand and behind building a new car, the next one is the best.
Factories are made of people, machines and bricks. Ferrari is made of mostly people. Enzo Ferrari. Okay, so this is just a time attack. This is also the debut year of the Ferrari F80. Oh my god, that tachometer though.
Ferrari is a legendary sports car brand, born from the passion of a man. A passion for driving and racing. A passion for speed and competition. With the will to build cars, each one better than the last. Throughout the decades, this racing DNA never faded away. It informs every single decision made by the prancing horse. It fuels the relentless drive to explore car technology, to push it beyond and make it evolve, to design the most incredible cars in the world. Jewels of the road, champions of the racetrack. Ferrari. It is cars that have become pop culture icons. Cars that share a special bond with millions of people. Whether you own a Ferrari or not, the name Ferrari rings like no other. It impacts and fascinates children and grown-ups alike. It is part of a collective consciousness.
Yo! Whoa! I was not expecting
Ferrari
that!
cars are a vector for dreams. They're modern legends, both real and mythical, in a way. They're an idea of what a sports car is, in both fiction and reality.
No! Well, there goes $85. Yeah, barely a scratch on me. Oh. They could have gotten even closer to the camera though. That was sick. I want to be more intimate. Come on.
Ferrari is, and this is putting it mildly, the epitome of luxury cars. With design that combines rage and glamour, each Ferrari is a piece of art. And from the higher end of the splendor spectrum, each drive is a statement.
Show me the next one. I wanna be up close and personal, like grazing distance. What? Wait, hold up. Why is the colors fading? Why is it washing out, leaving me with just red? What's going on?
Essence of the racing spirit. Pop culture phenomenon. State-of-the-art ambassador. The combination of all these attributes made Ferrari a car brand that reached millions of people and brought them together.
Is it my eyes?
Over the decades, formed a community like no other. Devout, passionate, dedicated. Because once again, no need to own a Ferrari to be part of the Ferrari world. Through almost 80 years, Ferrari has shaped car history. And as I speak, it is shaping its future. A new chapter of the Ferrari Supercars story is being written. Its title? F80.
Are my eyes okay, Archivist? I am deeply concerned. Why do I only see red and black? Ah! Oh, nearly died. Oh, we're driving back to the Ferrari Museum. Oh, come on! I'm half a second? Really? Come on! It was just a 0.1 millisecond. Ah! Why you gotta ruin me like that? It was so beautiful in the end.
And fascinates children and grown-ups alike. It is part of a collective consciousness. Ferrari cars are a vector for dreams. The modern legends.
Okay, now I see why they made them spawn through those corners. To make sure you don't do anything stupid like try to crash into them, because you're gonna crash into something else. Okay, I did that one much better. Still curious though, will I experience impact damage if I pass through the 308 GTS? I mean the 288 and the Testarossa?
And this is
I'm curious though, what does the interior of the F80 look like?
essence of the racing spirit. Pop culture phenomenon. State-of-the-art ambassador. The combination of all these attributes made Ferrari a car brand that reached millions of people.
Oh wow, I can see the hood. My eyes though.
It's a challenge to keep the legacy of the Ferrari brand alive. Thanks to the passion that is in the brand, the technology, the effort that the people put behind this brand and behind building a new car, the next one is the best. I hope you enjoyed driving our cars. They are unique, but why not come to our museum and see the real thing? Come and live the dream and come to the Ferrari museums. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Oh, okay, good. Caller.
This was our exclusive Ferrari experience. Now, time to get your reward.
So what would be my reward this time? What would I be getting? Is that an F? Oh, I thought it was an F50. This is the first time they never tell us what you're getting. Unless you stayed around in the menu. It's the GTO. Oh my god, yes. That was definitely an experience. And with that, we have also unlocked the Ferrari Supercars challenges.
New challenges unlocked.
Where we can get to as much as 4,000 crew credits, supercar tires, exclusive Ferrari outfit, and the supercar. Is that supercar smoke or is that supposed to be taillight trails? Alright, before I actually go through the rest, let's actually... No! Let us actually go and explore a bit more around the museum. I see a collectible there, but we're not after that one. Because what is unique here is that you can pull up to any of these Ferraris and then just click the A button. And we get a full bio of the Ferrari cars in display. Here we have the LaFerrari. Yes, they mentioned it at least in text. First road-going vehicle Ferrari with a high-curse hybrid powertrain, alongside the potent 6262cc 800 horsepower 12-cylinder engine. There are two 163 HP electric motors, giving the car a stratospheric performance of an authentic race car, totaling to 963 horsepower at 9250 RPM. Wow, and we can even play the audio sample. Is that the same engine sound as that of the in-game LaFerrari? Or is that taken from their archives? But the other cars, other than the LaFerrari there, we could check out. Here we have the Enzo Ferrari. Enzo Ferrari's legacy, a tribute to the founder of the prancing horse. 660 horsepower at 7,800 RPM. Unveiled at the 2002 Geneva Motor Show, this special series Ferrari Enzo represented the pinnacle of contemporary technology, a car in which F1 inspiration is evident in every detail. Yeah, no, I think this is coming from the original, the actual Cars sound files, not the in-game sound files. Do we have any here at the back? We have the one that started all, for the GTO right there. Are there any other cars? Oh, we missed one, and it's just right here. The Ferrari F80, the start of a new technological era. 2024, 1,200. This is Bugatti level! The most powerful road-going Ferrari ever created. Bugatti be like, that's cute. I'm not gonna bother with the. Soundbite on that one. We also got, oh, the F50 is right over here. First road legal racing car. 520 horsepower at 8,500 RPM. Masterfully designed by Pininfarina. I keep saying Pininfarina. The F50 embodied an exemplary fusion between a pure race car and a grand tourer, ushering a new era for Ferrari special models. I could have sworn that engine tone was a bit higher. Am I gonna miss out on one? There are two other cars that I can still explore here. Ooh, the F40. Yes. The 20th century icon, built in 1987. Maximum power 478 at 7,000 RPM. Built on the precise orders of Enzo Ferrari to celebrate the company's 40th anniversary, the F40 with its performance and quintessentially Ferrari styling by Pininfarina has become the very symbol of this genre of car. Definitely. We gotta find the last. There it is. The last one greeting us at the very start of this. The first of its kind, the Ferrari GTO. 400 horsepower at 7,000 RPM. This very special Ferrari pioneered cutting-edge technological content, such as the extensive use of advanced materials to deliver astonishing class-beating sports performance. The Ferrari Supercars era begins. Ah. I know they mentioned that this was initially based on the 288 GTS. But we can actually check that out here under vehicles, under the Ferrari line. I do believe I have that specific. There we go. The 308 GTS. And if you look here, the GTO, they're almost kind of alike. This is the production model, the base production model. Just sitting at 255 horsepower, and then slap a wide body kit, slap in a bigger, fatter engine, and a better looking grille, and you have this. The Ferrari GTO. They're practically siblings, or in a better way, this is you, and this is you, but cooler, and faster, and better. This was an educational episode of the Crew Motorfest. Not gonna lie. This went far and beyond my own expectations of the entire Ferrari playlist. I'm quite satisfied with this experience, mind you. Even getting to own and keep the GTO of all vehicles, and there goes all those Ferraris. I'm in the wrong side of the road, am I? But yeah, Anyway, that's it for this episode of the Crew Motorfest. And once again, we welcome all of us to 2026, the Chinese Year of the Horse. And it is the very sole reason why this is the very first video of 2026. I know not much what I'm in the wrong side of the road. I know I'm not much of the kind to, delve into the Chinese zodiacs or zodiacs in general, but hey, I'll make an exemption of the two if it pertains or relates to anything about cars like this one. But yeah, so if you've liked what you've experienced with this, I'm sure those who have been following the Crew Motorfest content by other content creators loyally and faithfully would say this is old news, but I digress. I have my own pace, I have my own time of doing these things. And if you still enjoyed what I have done for Motorfest, showcasing this Ferrari playlist, I appreciate you for being here. So, let me just park my Ferrari real quick. Right, so if you like this video, do give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't. In terms of content-wise, yes, we are gonna go through one of the longest playlists ever, which means we only have 2 backlog playlists left to go over here in the Crew Motorfest, which is the luxury cars playlist, when we go over most, if not all, European supercars in much in-depth detail, just like this one. And the new playlist with the Street Monkeys, which involves the season 3 release of the BMW M3 base model, which is the new car for Motorfest. So this is just the beginning, everyone. And again, I thank you all for watching this one, and I'll see you guys in the next playlist of the Crew Motorfest.